Hey everybody, we're gonna have a short vid this week. Going into the new week, Dow Jones much closer to going 2 to the downside after some pretty weak action last week compared to the rest of the market. Go to IWM. This one's still an inside month, so chop it around still in there. We'll come back next month, but inside day. In the Dow Jones, it's gonna be a little Momo shoot day at the lows, so we'll see. SPY 3-1 day going into Monday, Doji week. Qs 3-1 day going into Monday, Doji week. So we'll see what they want to do with those inside days across IWM, SPY, and Qs going into Monday. Just gotta be aware of this short-term exhaustion that we're going into all-time highs. So just be aware of that. Obviously, it's not the end of the world, but we'll be aware of that at this point. Still very green on the Qs and still very green on the SPY. So inside days up, you do have a good amount of evidence to the upside. You'll just have to get out of these weeks, become twos to the upside. With Dow Jones being weaker, we'll see things like Procter & Gamble, potentially a 2-2 PMG if that we do get any follow through on that downside of the Dow, which could negate the month below this 163.28. So if this works, negate that, and then potentially back through all these guys. So we'll keep an eye on that. We also will see inside on the week UNH in the Dow Jones. So top of the sub try here on the daily. We'll see if anything comes of that. And you'll also see not Visa, but MasterCard inside week in here. And Visa and MasterCard normally trade together. So that's something we'll want to be aware of. On a 3-week chart, this is also a big old inside bar. These 3 weeks stuck inside of this stuff. So we'll see what's going on there. But as far as actual setups go, there's not going to be too much given not much action last week that created setups since we had some big moves with obviously NVIDIA earnings and all that stuff going crazy. So we're going to stick to the gappers while the market goes into all-time highs. And if anything changes, then we'll change what we're doing. The only other sector we want to keep an eye on is the solars, which we picked out. If we had the turnaround, or not turnaround Tuesday, but the Strat Attack video, this stuff would have been on it. I apologize for not getting that out last week. I was extremely busy. But in the solars, FSLR was on the weekend vid list. So if we, oops, that was from recording a video. It looks like I actually deleted the list. So sadly, I do not have it anymore. But FSLR was on that list, and they really got going. So 199 closes 270. Notice your inside day here. If you missed all of that action, boom, 2-on-2 measured move. And we actually posted some of this stuff to Twitter. We traded specifically this inside bar here. So we let them get going first, and then we got them up and going. So pretty good stuff in the solar last week. You also see things like JKS. Outside on the week, it was on the gappers list, and we were trading that as well. If you're a 30-60 guy, you'll see this, the 2-2-2 on the gap list, and up they went. And then also the 3 and inside up into the close. Obviously, they did gap down, but some decent little trades in there. And then you'll have run as well. It was also within the solar names, and you'll see what we did here on the daily. When the solar news all came out right here, inside day PMG, and then boom, up they went. So we traded a good amount of that. You do have this monthly signal on run going in force just very late in the month. We don't got much time left. So we're going to stick to what we know is very green, given the SMHs, very, very green on the month, and given the solar names, as well as the things in the Qs that are very green on the month. And ideally the gap list if you're coming in bright and early on Monday. We'll see how many reversals we got next week, but I just feel like we're not going to have many given SPY's going to be opening very inside, and it's kind of a lackluster market with Dow to the downside, IWM down, SPY up, Qs up. So we'll just see what they're doing next week with the short week going on, and that's going to be about it for me. So I hope you guys have a good trading week. I'll see you guys in Tuesday night's vid where we pick out what's moving. And here's recording over.